Hey guys, it's your host Jay Crow, and welcome back up here to the Crow's Nest here in our new location. It is here we pass judgment on all things stupid.
I've got an itchy trigger finger, yeah, it won't seem to slow. My crew is already ready to go. To take on less bark and a little more bite, and wash it down with alcohol to simulate fight. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
I had the craziest dream last night about a girl who was turned into a swan, but her prince falls for the wrong girl and she kills herself.
That's right, the Black Swan trailer is out, and I am so pumped for this movie. I have been looking forward to this for the last year and a half. I have been scouring the internet to find out any tidbits, any pictures, any video, and we finally get some video, some legitimate video about the film. You know, the trailer is astounding, and it totally got me even more psyched up for this movie.
Nobody's after you.
Please believe me.
Let's go over a few of the key things. There's so much about this movie that's totally awesome, but let's go over all of it. First thing up is Darren Aronofsky, the man himself, who I have great respect for. He is one of the most original, unique directors that's out there right now. He has such a passion for this role, or for this movie, I should say. He's been in development for over 10 years with Portman for this movie. That is a long time. They had a lot of time to let it just sit there and marinate and find its voice. I am so pumped for. This movie is already being compared to Rosemary's Baby, The Tenant, all these great Polanski films that are psychological thrillers, they're designed to creep you the fuck out and really mess with your head, which is really where Aronofsky films just thrive. It's that psychological thriller where you don't know what's real and what's not real. I mean, Requiem for a Dream was a mind fuck. So was Pi, The Fountain, all that stuff is just right down his alley. He's gone on, he says in his interview with MTV that the trailer is pretty close to his, everything's in the trailer. You can pretty much get a good feel for it, the movie. I did happen to get a copy of the revised script that they more than likely used to make this film. It was written a couple months before shooting started, and I don't say this often with film scripts that I get my hands on, but this was a page turner. It was 4 a.m, and I could not stop reading. It was just such a good script, and it's a good story, and regardless of who the actors were. Speaking of the actors, let's break into all of them.
You sweet girl.
Barbara Hirsch. I don't know much about her. In her acting talent, I know that she's well received as an actress and well regarded. And the part she plays in the movie, based off of the information I have, sounds like it's going to be pretty good, especially with the trailer and the script. It sounds like she could have a very interesting part, and I want to see how it's played. I, again, don't know much about her work, but, it sounds like it could be fun. The next person, Winona Ryder, who's making a comeback slowly but surely. I mean, she had a small part in Star Trek, which, I liked seeing her in that. I like Winona Ryder as an actress. I mean, everything, the Burton films, Girl Interrupted, all of her work. She's really a great actress. And her part in this, I'm not going to reveal anything from what I know, but she is just... It's going to be amazing. Her part is not substantial like Portman's or Kuna's, but she's still going to have a memorable role in this movie. And I'm so excited for that.
Feel my touch. Respond to it.
Vincent Cassel, he's one of my favorite actors between Eastern Promises, Elizabeth, and Brotherhood of the Wolves. He's an amazing actor. And the fact that he's in this is going to be amazing. Now, I don't know if he's going to play a Frenchman in this role. I really hope he does, because that way he doesn't have to worry about an accent. He can just be completely in the role without having, and just be able to feel in what he does and do what he does best. Seeing him in a French movie, I got to see him at his very best, and I was so pumped when I found out he was in this and what role he was in this for.
I'm Lily.
All right, now let's get into the one person I'm still a little leery about, and that's Mila Kunis. Everybody knows her as either Jackie from that '70s show, or as I know her, Meg Griffin from Family Guy. Um, when I found out she was cast, I was quite leery about that. I mean, I know she's funny, and I definitely, if you watch the Family Guy audio commentaries that she does for episodes, she's hilarious. Even as a person, she's just really funny. She was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. She's known for her comedy, but I did not know if she could handle drama, or horror. I think, or especially a psychological thriller where it's very deep acting. I'd never seen her in anything dramatic, much less thriller aspect. And I went to go see The Book of Eli, and I was impressed by her performance. It still wasn't great, but she definitely has this likability to her that I think will help with with her role. She does have the edge. She can do more serious things. There were a couple of scenes where she has some with Denzel Washington in that movie that were really great, and she looked kick-ass with a fucking gun. I was so impressed with that performance that I really feel a lot more comfortable, especially after I read her part in from what I'm assuming is how it's going to be in Black Swan. Again, I don't know 100%. I just happened to read one of the leaked scripts, and I regret it now some of the way because it just was such a good read, but it's kind of spoiled it a little bit. But it still was amazing, and it's going to be an amazing movie. Even if you know what's going on, it's going to be amazing to watch. And Mila Kunis, I feel, will do a good job. Now let's talk about Natalie Portman in this role. Everybody knows I'm a huge Natalie Portman fan. Duh. And I think she's a really talented actress, and I think we're going to see her at what she does best. Being fucking crazy. If you've seen Goya's Ghost, or even the other Berlin Girl, she has moments in there at the end when she kind of starts to lose a little bit, and it works, especially in Goya's Ghost. She plays a character who goes fucking insane in that movie, and literally, she does it well. She does mean well, and that's what I feel bad about, because she's likable and people look at her for her beauty, but there's something in her eyes. When she wants to be pissed off, there's something in her eyes when she's acting. And it's very dark. And I'm glad she's doing a role like this.
What happened to my sweet girl? She's gone!
It's going to be a challenge for her, too. She's never done anything like this. She's got a huge way people look at her, and it's going to be a huge step for her. It's going to be a real challenge, and from every person who's talked about the movie, all I can say is Natalie Portman is the entire film. Whether it's Aronofsky, Vincent Cassel, the choreographer, reviewers. I mean, it's amazing how many people really have come out and said she's going to be amazing. And Mila Kunis has done the same thing. A lot of people are saying Mila Kunis is great too. And go see Goya's Ghost, and you'll feel, if you have any doubts about Portman pulling off a performance like this, go see Goya's Ghost, and you will be much more comfortable. And again, I think it's a great thing that we're seeing Portman actually mature into her roles. We're not just seeing her in, motherly roles like in Brother or, Star Wars or, Garden State. You're seeing her really play complex characters, dark, deep, complex characters for the first time. And I'm so excited we get to actually see her really have to act. This is more along the lines probably of how she was in Closer. Even though this is probably, I feel, probably going to be more important than that. It's getting so much Oscar buzz already. It hasn't even been premiered at the Venice Film Festival, and is already getting tons of Oscar buzz. Not only for the film itself, not only for Natalie Portman, but for Darren Aronofsky. There's even possible about Vincent Cassel, and even some for Mila Kunis. I don't know so much about Mila Kunis and Vincent Cassel. Again, I've read the script. Their parts seem big, but it's something that Oscars would be looking at as far as supporting roles. But you never know; they could be amazing. I think Darren Aronofsky is back in his 100% prime element, and I'm excited for that. mean, what else can I possibly say? I mean, the tone of the movie, this seems like it's spot on, everything. But what am I? There's something missing. What am I missing about this movie? Oh yeah, the lesbian kiss. All right, I'm just gonna just say my piece on this, which is simply, I hope no one sees this movie just because of the lesbian kiss and the drug-fueled sex scene between Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman. It's not a big deal. This feels like a movie that's gonna be way bigger than that. You know what? Who cares if they're two young, attractive, talented young women kissing and having doing drugs and making out and having sex and. All right, I'll give you that. But I'm really imploring people to see this movie for what it really is. It's going to be a true, awesome movie, and it's just going to be outstanding to see it. Alright, well, I've gone on long enough about this film. The film is opening at the Venice Film Festival on September 1st. Later this fall, it's going to be premiering at the Toronto Film Festival, and it will be released for general audience on December 1st. I believe it's first going to be in selected cities. I do not know if that's true, or if that is the case, when it will be released to the general public everywhere. But I'm sure it will be, because this is something that is coming up for Oscar season, so they're going to want people to go and see this as much as possible. Alright, that's all I have here at the Crow's Nest. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time up here on the Crow's Nest.
My crew is already ready to go, to take on this bark and a little more bite, and wash it down with alcohol to simulate flight. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.